What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. 4, 3, 2,
1. Just launch yourself. I cannot stay away from Daddy. He is my favorite, my hero. You tried to launch yourself right into the fireplace, didn't you?
He did.
You call us the most successful resellers in history. Hey, babe.
Oh, he looks
so pathetic.
He's like, I slipped and fell.
He crashed. We had to save him. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the big show. We are indeed the most successful resellers in the history
On our street.
On our streets. Thank you very much. Okay, enough of that. The dog did just try to murder himself. He tried to jump the Snake River here, which is it's about 6 inches. He failed. But we did not fail. We were here at 1 o'clock as promised. And I would like to thank Axe Monkey, WTF, Silver Hair Stacker. I'm not on the right page. Let me read it quick. And then, too many things. There is Silver Hair's little sting. And I was reminded by Quirky Picker Chad that I have promised, although have
fallen short.
I've never gonna succeed at this part. That I would give all members, and this is sort of like a little bit of a members thank you show. Not really, but sort of, because I'm going to name you all. How would you like that? I'm going to put your name on spray paint on my wall. That you all would get like a little noise.
A little soundbite.
A little soundbite. So, and also, not to mention that,
Christmas is starting now.
Christmas is coming.
Oh,
Do you know
yeah.
Santa? Oh, Santa. People are buying things. We are rocking it. Just due to Q4, I'm sure.
Do me a favor. Could you move that popped out chat over to
please,
the right?
Please let me do your chat for you. I also want to say aloha to Candy. Oh, whoops. That's wrong. I expected that. Ready for some of your hump day hijinks and some of the usual phenom selling tips. So, here's my first tip. So many tips just flowed into my mind right when I said that. My first tip is be happy. Don't worry. No, yes, that's my maybe. Is that my first
That's
tip?
Bobby McFerrin.
Perhaps it's a song. Perhaps I got the notions from somewhere else. But at some point you just got to turn off all the noise and I just take it from me being the number one resellers forever and ever on our street. And having unusually excellent November, you definitely should listen to everything we say. And the first thing is, don't worry, be happy. So I'm going to give you some actionable advice here, not unlike tech and sports. Don't you think?
Sure, yeah. Can we just say a quick hello
You may.
Okay, so you said hello to Axe Monkey, WTF. WTF is going on vacation tomorrow, but we'll be back in time on Monday.
Germany's
so
like,
don't worry.
how do they get anything done over there? He's on vacation every every month. He gets a
Michelle
vacation.
Kirkpatrick,
Aloha.
Cornhusker Picker.
From Oregon.
Carla,
we know it's not spelled
aloha.
Oregon. It's Oregon.
Jen, JRKR, 1964, Aloha, Callie Debs, Aloha, Primo, Spam, and Chat. I hope everyone's doing well.
Cautiously optimistic.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Hey, yo.
We don't have one for Paul Rose. What about Paul
Yeah.
Rose? What are we going to play for Paul Rose? We got to get something for Paul
Yeah,
Rose.
we got to come up with something
What
really
about Cornhusker
awesome.
Picker? We need a
I
song.
know.
Please make suggestions because we don't know sometimes what to do.
Paul was saying it's really cold over there. Buckeye Stay Flips, aloha from gloomy Ohio.
1:05 p.m. in beautiful Burlington, Vermont. We are coming into 43 degrees Fahrenheit. That's right. That's cold enough to freeze nothing. But it seems cold.
Cornhusker was saying, hope sales are rocking. Mine are average at
Yes.
best. Dendacor.
Wild stallions. Wowing.
Aloha
They are
Dendacor.
rocking.
Always wonderful to see you. Like, hey, yous guys. Peekaboo.
Where's our Hey Yous guys? We have that,
Understated
right?
shirts for you guys. Costco trip later.
That's the electric company. Hey You guys.
Tamara Lynn.
Aloha.
Lurking while driving. Okay, drive safely. Peeping time was
Peeping Time is a member.
Yes.
Just the.
Cause
We need a song for Peeping
somebody,
Time.
I think it was either
Eggnog
Major
me.
Win or Ryan. I think gifted Peeping Time. They were one
Looks
of the
like
recipients.
cleanup on aisle 4.
I think Jen got a sale. Curious Collection. Aloha. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Will and Cinnamon.
Aloha, guys.
Yes, cozy atmosphere. And we have a little like fireplace thing going on too. It is cozy.
This is now I want to say we classed up the joint. We went yesterday. We
My
are
goodness, aloha.
such rollers. We're reseller expert. I got caught in my own. I was looking at myself there going, you guys are such stellar resellers. And I got caught by my own image there. Just shockingly, what great resellers we are.
Mr. Me.
And we
Yo.
will. Who's Mr. Me?
Mr. Me.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
And I just want to tell you that we are so baller on our current eBay experience that we went to TGI Max's or whatever it's called and bought a candle. Thank you.
Mike just got a sale. So, okay. So I want to sort of dig into some of these comments here. My mom sells
dig
books
it.
on Amazon FBA. Okie dokie.
Well, yeah. Who said that?
Lag.
Who likes turtles? Wait,
Oh,
where
wait.
is it?
Turtle. What are you saying?
That was Jen saying cozy atmosphere. Yes, it is. So it's not nice. It smells like apple cinnamon. This is the apple cinnamon. Let me just show you here for a moment in case you need to see that brand. Apple cinnamon. Yeah, I think it's poured in America, and that could be important. Or perhaps it's made out of leaded candle from China. But no matter what, it smells like apples, and it smells good.
And the
There's
employee.
too much arsenic in our apple candle.
The employee, when she was ringing us out, said, "Wow, this smells so nice."
You know what she said? She said,
Yes.
This smells so good.
and so we just Purelled our entire faces and put it in our mouth. Thank you.
So Mike Gerdez is saying, having my first down sales month of the year.
Nope, unacceptable. That cannot happen. Reverse course, whoever did that.
Thinking these ad campaigns effed my account up. That is interesting.
The campaigns. Like, what do you mean by that as far as you're taking their suggested campaigns? Are you doing just
doing, like,
across the board
Google?
promoted? Like, what do you mean? Are you doing pay-per-click? Because that can ruin you, especially, yes.
And then
Are you losing more to advertising than you are? Is that the problem?
And then to add to that, Axe Monkey is saying, I'm having a crap November, down 50% from last year.
No!
But day one of PL Dynamic Uncapped is promising. Still feels like I'm getting my pocket picked, but got to roll with it.
The picking of the pocket is okay as long as see, I'm watching a lot of my items go, and thankfully somebody has opened our little door and said, here's some crap for you. Hi, James. And it's the velocity of sales. So I never look at I'm selling this for too cheap if I have a $500 day. So I don't care how much I sell this one thing for. I'll go, as I'm packaging it, I'm like, I don't even know how much I made on this because I got to ship out 20 things. We're shipping out 10 items today. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I know we did a little test, 2 weeks ago where we turned off promoted listing and then we turned it back on
With the
5% on one store and 8% on the
with the
media
dynamic,
store.
with the dynamic.
Dynamic with the cap. And I don't know. It's driving stuff. So
And it's funny because I totally,
know.
I feel like
Because we're awesome.
I feel like we're getting a taste of James whenever we have a whole bunch of things to sell or to ship out. And I know like it's not, like they sold for hundreds of dollars or anything. I'm like, this is awesome. And I feel like we're getting a little taste of what James experiences like every single day.
The thing is that I don't know if James feels this way, but like I'm strung out. Like I am on a full-fledged strung out. Like, okay, so this is what happened yesterday. We didn't do a show yesterday, but I packaged like all day long. FedEx closes at 7. The day before I packaged all day long. We were out in the cold on Monday night packaging something because it gets dark here around 5. I am outside. Bridget's got the lights on, and it's just like Yosemite Sam's trying to like put something together in the dark with all the cursing and everything coming out. And we got to FedEx just like at 6:50 or something, dropped that off, came home yesterday to repeat an even insaner day of sales and shipping that ended with us at in the middle of an intersection, in a busy intersection, the middle of rush hour. Ran out of gas, mostly because entirely because our gas gauge is broken now, apparently, because our car is so old that things are starting to break on it. But we dropped off everything at FedEx. And then today we've got another 10 things to ship out. How dare you, eBay, be so awesome to us? And that's what I think it must feel like to be James. Thank you.
Quirky Picker Chad!
That is the Quirky Picker Chad
Yes!
sound.
Aloha, Quirky Picker Chad! So...
Callie Dabs. Well, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Axe Monkey was saying if I do 30% off sale, which works, I'm giving money to customers. If I run promoted listings, I'm giving it to eBay, which seems to be a better idea.
Blue shirt, lag. It's like backpack, but blue shirt.
And Callie
That's my
Debs
favorite.
raised
Thank
her
you.
campaign to dynamic 5.2 from the 2.1 standard. And she said her sales actually declined, but Etsy, her sales are cooking. And Den Decor also said that his sales are cooking on Etsy as well.
I don't know if are they just listening to us, and then because we're not cross-listing it. I mean, I can't tell you there's sometimes
We're dummies.
it's not dumb. It's just it's not wanting to be overwhelmed. So keeping us at a very whelming. We're very whelmed right now. We're like severely whelmed. Like right here. Here's overwhelmed, and then here's just super whelmed. Which super whelm's good. Overwhelmed bad. So that's right now, for some reason, that's just how life is. And so we haven't in 3 months been able to cross list because we've just been kind of like what do you call it? Walking on eggshells almost. Just like, don't walk too hard. Yeah. Thank you. Carl is here. Aloha, Carl.
Aloha, Carl. I just wanted to read his comment and then add something to it. So he's saying dynamic no cap here, gone up to 3 sales a day, but only making a little under what I normally make in profit per day. LOL. So this is what I'm thinking, maybe the upside to this. So you're saying that 3 sales a day is better than normal, although it's equaling to a lower dollar amount. But what we were talking about earlier today, about once eBay starts seeing that you're getting orders out every day, 3 orders a day, out every day, the next day, you might start getting more traffic because eBay will see that you're keeping up with stuff.
Well, and this has been the conversation in our household for the past few days.
Yeah.
Excuse me, is talking about limiting. eBay is limiting limitations. So are we being capped and all? That's constantly always a topic of conversation. And everyone I think can agree that the reason why there is a cap at all is probably makes more sense that it's about your ability to perform for eBay. Can you send out 5? You can send out 5 packages a day. When do they notch you up to being able to handle? And it might not be 6 packages a day. It might be you can handle 1 to 5. You're in the 1 to 5 slot. Now you know in a little while they give you a 5 to 10 packages a day, and then 50 and so forth. How they graduate that, I have no idea. But James has been doing it for 25 years, and he's allowed to send out 100 packages a day. So
Yeah.
I think that's more what is going on here. And we have never shown through any metric until more recently that we can, and perhaps it's by listing that number or whatever, but it's about fulfilling a lot of orders in a day, multiple days in a row. I'm not exactly sure because obviously I always talk to my butt, but my butt tells me that the limitations and all the stuff that happens to us has much more to do with eBay limiting their own liability by limiting your exposure. And I think we all agree that if we had 100 gold bricks, we sold, like whatever, a pound of each, and we sold them all for $1 on eBay, we could not sell them all in one day.
Right, because eBay would just be worried
would limit
that
us.
you would create a bad buyer experience
And in order to
by not getting them out.
not circumvent that, and I know there's lots of ways they can combine IP addresses and things, but having separate stores does seem to give you more breadth of ability to make sales. Because, and I showed Bridget, what's your name? Spam. I'm sorry, my name is Primo Kimo. This is Spam and the Dog Pokey here. This is called Fracking the Horde, episode number 50. Can you believe it?
Hit that like button.
Hit the like button, subscribe. Here's a candle. Thank you.
We never really do that.
Please join membership. What was I saying? Something about
stores, multiple stores.
how great we are. Oh yeah,
so
stores.
if eBay is sort of capping your sales because they don't, your history of shipping quickly and listing new stuff is not showing them that you can handle a lot, then they might not be showing your store product a lot. But if you have a couple stores
Now, the reason why I'm even saying that this is even a possibility is because I showed you how many offers we have out. Granted, let's take into account that now the offers stay out for 48 hours. So does that increase the number of offers out? I think at any given time you might notice an increase in your offers being out. 0 watcher offers, I find those convert. So I don't look down on those at all. We have 70 offers out right now. 70. With our main store back when things were okay, I remember 30, 40, way back June last year, 70. So somehow we're kind of back. Now this is broken up between multiple stores now, as opposed to one store performing this way. So I don't know.
So a couple of things
I'll leave that with you.
I want to get to. So, Mike had said how he did the ad campaigns he feels were messing with his store. So he did, when we asked what was he doing, he said, yes, ad campaigns brought unwanted traffic, selected 6 items from the store, $98 fees with $112 sales, started ad campaign on the 4th of this month and then shut it off last week. And also doing promoted offsite, spent $80 for only $153, I guess, in sales. I'm waiting for my eBay rep to call me back and chew her butt out.
That's pay-per-click. I'm sorry. I'm trying to gather what he's saying. That $80 for $150 in sales.
He did an
that's
ad
pay-per-click.
campaign.
It's cost per click.
For 6 items from the store, and he got $98 in fees with only $112 in sales.
Cost per click. Yep.
And then also did promoted off-site, spent $80 for only $153 in sales.
Let's not do those anymore.
So
Let's make a pact, Mike. We're not going to do those promotions anymore. I have not heard of anybody. Well, yes, I have heard of people having them be useful, but not with one-off items, not with any sort of collectible one-off items, not necessarily collectible.
Right, and I think Ebert was saying
Ebert has had success with them.
But that is
Selling
for
a
the
cat toy.
replenishable.
A cat toy, like one cat toy a single cat toy that he has 10,000s of. He has had good results with that.
So
promotional.
James was saying that pulling orders and shipping is actually relaxing for him.
Aloha Biff. Well, you know what's awesome is, and you're right, James.
Hey, Don Flippin!
I love picking, but I don't do it anymore because it just falls. I mean, she does it. But I've always loved to do that when you just have like a pick slip. We should start picking pick slips. You want to do that?
Like we need to waste more time.
We're going to get a dot matrix printer, duplicates with a white and a yellow part, and I'm going to pick slips. I'm going to tell you the bin everything is in. It's going to be great.
So Axe Monkey was saying before September she was up 83%.
Motorcycle dog!
Hey! Yeah! Aloha!
Aloha to you.
Axe Monkey was up 83% before September from last year. And then September, October dropped her down 52%. She wants to fix that. Lag, you only get the shirt after 5 years.
It's a 5-year shirt. We've only been on for a year, but he knows because of the time machine. I do know that. So, you know what? I'm very confident in saying eBay currently is fertile soil. I know we're gonna get a big, harsh reality wake up at some point. I'm not sure what that's gonna be. We're just gonna wake up and our accounts are gonna be canceled. Who knows what it's gonna be? But it's something bad's going to happen. So we have to cross list just to protect ourselves. Yeah. However, I can honestly say that eBay is very, very fertile, currently fertile in what we sell. I don't want to go look at what we sell, but it's like books. it's like just crap. And then one of our stores, we sell super duper designer, high end, vintage, mid-century modern, whatever stuff. So, and we don't even promote that, and that stuff just kind of sells one a week, every 2 weeks we'll sell $2,000 item type, that kind of a move. And then all the other stuff is just regular stuff, but our prices are chopping most people's feet right off, just like zoink, razor blade, like that. Like, that game with the fruit cutting the fruit, but it's other resellers' feet. I'm just chopping them down. What I'm saying is that we're undercutting. Thank you.
But not so much where
we're trying to be very smart about it. Aloha. We don't want to be. We don't want to. We're not trying to kill ourselves, but our inventory is our enemy, for the most part. And we're trying to make it go. That's why we even sold those Thai Beanie Baby ornaments for $3.95. The thing is that we're going to make $2, and I'm going to spend it at Costco, probably. Thank you.
Axe Monkey was asking, how is 4 stores not overwhelming? I got 2 plus Mercari, Poshmark, and Bonanza. It's a juggling act. So that's why I think cross-listing to us seems like it's overwhelming.
Yes, because we already have 4 stores.
So having the stores on eBay, it's still the same platform, so it's not overwhelming in that respect.
No, it's not. And Ink
it just
Frog,
feels like it's just the one account.
Ink Frog's a good software to, if you need to. We've only used it to move stuff from stores once, so we don't use it all the time. We use it if we have to move like 200 items from one store to another. That's usually when you're starting a new store. Otherwise, we're just listing stuff on the individual stores. Like the one store, like I talked about, that you might have $1,000 every week or two. That store only gets one item. We're trying to get one item a day up there, but that's just not going to happen.
Well,
we don't have that many great items.
We don't have that many.
So it's like even one every couple of days is great, while the other stores, the medium store, which has only now 200 items. We started 3. Hello? Oh, it's just the Nest checking itself. I just had to think about what the combination for the gun safe was, and I was like, who am I going to have to shoot now? That's what goes through my head. What am I talking about? See, I can't think when the fire alarm goes off. Something about
just the
Poo-poo platter.
stores, and you have the
oh yeah,
one
how do we keep
store-
it managed? We actually dropped 100 items in the past from the 300 item stores, now 200 item store. So
we got to get
we're not
stuff
keeping up. It's worse than Reseller Nirvana. We're selling more items than we are listing, and we are listing kind of a lot, and that's why we're feeling whelmed.
Well, imagine these people that do it alone.
Fully whelmed.
Play your tiny
Well, to be
little. Where's
honest
the
with you,
violin? Where is
Working
the
with you is
violin?
basically working alone.
You take all the pictures
Yeah! I'm only half a person.
then. Okay, so
Combo is 000. Nobody ever changed it.
so we've discussed this before, but I know Dendecor has told us percentages and stuff, and somebody else has too. But Jen is asking, for those of you doing no cap on the dynamic, what is the average they take out percentage-wise?
I saw Carl answered it was
Oh,
like...
he did. Okay,
well,
sorry.
he was saying he was getting like 12 to 18,
Okay.
which I think is probably
I feel like
what
I've
people
seen
get.
Dendecor say about that too.
Mm-hmm.
12 to 18. And it varies just depending on the category somewhat. But yeah, that's why we're capping ours at 5% for right now.
And Biff has got 150 offers out. So in general...
Holy moly.
And I think Biff would agree with this for sure, that 80% of our sales come from either sending offers or receiving offers. So the bulk. So the more offers out, the better. And he's noticing it sounds like almost like a 30% increase. Maybe that's accounted for by the fact that they're out for 48 hours. I don't know.
I want to ask, or just put this out there too. What? So we allow offers, buyers to make offers on everything, and I know when I am looking for something, I sort by looking for items where they allow offers, and I'm wondering how many of you guys accept offers. Silver Hair was saying sales are pretty good here, but I want spectacular.
Spectacles.
And I want it now.
I know, we do too. Thank you. Oh, we got it? Thank you very much again. You know, really, what is the secret to our success? We just listed a ton of shit, stuff. We just listed like mad maniacs.
And I know we've mentioned this before, and I know
Nobody else has
some
mentioned
others
this.
are mentioning
Nope,
this, but
no
we
one
are
else
not.
but us.
We're not paying attention to any of the numbers anymore.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I
I thought you were going to say that
we're
listing all the
just-
time can make you better at eBay. No one's ever said that. That more listing will make it better.
We're just not, because they are what they are. We
Mm-hmm.
just know we just need to keep focusing on listing and providing excellent customer service, getting packages out when they're supposed to, etc. And that's within our control, and that's what we are focusing on. And we're just not looking at impressions. We're not looking at this and that. We're just going with the flow, because that stuff was taking up valuable space in our minds, and we need to just keep on going.
Lag is all blue shirt coming in. No offers, no promotion, no sales, no need. No need. Because Lag
Mr.
sells...
Me does not accept offers.
Lag is the Wizard of War and sells like used like bazookas and stuff.
Yeah, no Lag, nothing. Doesn't do anything.
Used bazookas.
And then Axe Mecha was saying she started selling on COLLX, which is very sweet. Love the simplicity of it. What is that? Like some college thing? I don't know what that is. Oops. Crap.
COLLX.
No, I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I'm gonna see what it is.
So, but Jen.
It could be.
So Jen was saying that percentage that Carl was saying was too much for her. But what we are doing is we're using dynamic, and we are putting our max cap at 5%. And
Certainly not a new thing to do. It's just the way that I've always done it, as opposed to using a simple promoted
Instead
listing
of us
campaign.
just going, oh, let's do 2% across the board, we
Or
are
using- because
allowing
it's a-
eBay to do it, but only up to 5%.
Correct. And I don't even know if they have simple or general promoted listings anymore where you just set a number across the board. Instead, you use dynamic and just set the cap at that same number. You know, it seems like such a silly thing. I know I've talked about it a million times, and it could just be a preference, but it also could be, I don't know, one little tick to the better.
I mean, we seem to notice something, but who knows? Maybe it's just all.
Then again,
in
I
our-
don't do
We're
the-
looking for a reason.
I learned
don't
that
know.
like a year ago when I tried to compare the two using a simple and then the dynamic. And so it could have changed since then. But it's just something that we do. And certainly right now, we're not changing anything. The only thing that we did was our sales started to get really good in October or whatever. And and I'm like, this is a good time to turn on promoted listings. Let's do it. And then it's just like conk, 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 bonk. 0 sales day. Turn it back on. It kind of went, it fluttered for like a week. Kind of like, oh no, it's not going to turn back on. And then it went doink. So if you want a doink, you know what to do. Thank you. Collex is scan sports cards to find out what they're worth. Right, because we don't do
okay.
the sports cards. Why don't they ever make some of these things work for non-sports card
Have you
sellers?
used that eBay AI listing tool for your
Oh, have you? Yeah,
cards?
right, for the cards, because that's all it's.
Monkey? And Ryan's not here, but I wonder if he's tried that. James,
Well, I don't. I think some of you people in the chat do buy from me. I know Axe Monkey. I know some people do for sure. I don't consider we literally our stuff is curated by us. It's stuff that we would buy because we want it. But in the general sense of reality, when the world blows up, yeah, it's just junk. But
you know what? WTF was saying getting packages out earlier.
offers are
than-
off, not trying to be undersold.
Yeah,
Mr. Me, no offers. Huh? Okay.
yeah. I always search though for.
I live
people
to
that
be
accept
undersold. So
offers.
that's my motto. I live to be undersold. I live to undersell. There's no way. That's what I'm trying to say. I live to undersell. So all I want to do is make sure I get the sale before anybody else. And I don't succeed at that. I don't go solo. I don't
okay.
go like Han Solo. That it's not where I should be.
So I want to, with WTF was saying getting packages out earlier than supposed to. I was reading in one of
Just
my
buy some jeans.
one of my groups how seller was saying that they had like 3 days shipping on, and the estimated time for a customer was before the 3 day shipping would have come up. And so they called eBay, it gave a range. They called eBay and they were like, how
What
is this
the heck?
possible? I have 3 days
This
shipping on
doesn't
it, and
even
you're
add
showing
up.
my customer
This
a
doesn't
date
add up.
range that starts
How can
before
it
my
be?
3 day shipping time is
Thank you
up.
for calling. My name is
And they
Jeremy.
said
How can I help you?
they said to this person that it's because
It's because
they look at
you-
what your shipping
What you're
time. So
shipping.
even though you're saying you ship within 3
say
days, they
it's
said
in 3 days,
if most of your items are
but
shipped the
you're
next
not.
day, they are actually taking
no,
that into account
false,
and quoting
fake,
that.
false.
And
No,
this is what the
I don't
eBay
know.
rep supposedly
I don't
said
believe
to
any
this
of those
seller.
jerks. I have nightmares about them. I don't even know who they are. Monsters,
So
monsters.
they give a range though from if you traditionally ship out the next day or same day, even
Hold
though
on.
you are saying
You're telling me
you ship within 3 days, eBay is looking at
did
that
somebody from your
and
group say
calculate.
this?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Your damn
And
groups.
so they're giving you a date range
you
though
and your groups.
that accounts for if you really do
But see,
ship
here's
it
the
on
thing.
day 3,
Nobody in the groups
or
knows
if you
anything.
ship it on same day.
Nobody.
And
you're
it's
telling me.
it's based on
You're telling
your
me.
habits of shipping though.
Who is watching that? AI?
It is based on your
How
habits
many
of shipping.
GPU cards are dedicated to watching my shipping techniques when I say 3 days and I ship it in 1 day and they're going to use that against me or for
They're
me or
not
whatever?
using it against
Tell
you.
me
They're
what
giving it
AI,
as a
how
range.
How many GPUs?
They're giving it
are
as
dedicated
a range.
to that.
This is
I
what
don't think that sounds right.
and that's what's so frustrating with
cancel
eBay,
all your
though.
groups. Your
That's
groups are
what's
canceled.
frustrating with eBay customer service is that you get all these
How do
crazy answers.
Which one of these buttons cancels your groups?
But this is what the person was told because they were upset that it was showing their customer an early
I tried to
expected
cancel the
delivery
groups,
time.
and that's what I got. No.
And Lag
No.
is saying Amazon does the same thing.
No. I mean, sure, they could, but who cares? I don't care. All I care about, you know what I'll say about that, is that we are back to, for the month of, it didn't affect our sales at all, but for the month, we didn't tell you this because I'm ashamed to say.
Oh, Beard is here.
That we don't have a sound for Beard.
Well,
Damn
that's
it.
insulting.
Get back to work, you slacker.
Yeah, that's all I got. So, for the month of this last month, from the 20th to the 20th of October to November, we lost top rated seller. Why did we lose that? We were above average or above whatever. So we had, you're always, no matter how well you ship, and we ship very well and very tight, there's always a couple of things that slip through or get pushed off to the next day, have to, whatever. Couple of things. So I had, I before the 20th came in October, I know that you can call eBay and say, hey, one of these, there's no direct way to protest these defects now. Well, you can't go through the same way. They've hidden it now. So I went to the page where I used to go, where I could appeal a defect. The buttons weren't there, so I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to have to call them. And then I was just like, I don't want to call them. I don't care. I'll just go down to, it's going to pop back up next month. No big deal. Sort of halfway through this period where I was, we're above standard, I did some more research, and I found out a way to appeal the dang things. And I appealed 5 items and just went in each one and appealed it and said, I shipped out the item on time. I shipped out the item on time. 3 of them were reversed. 2 of them weren't. That would have prevented us from going to below top rated seller. So I never even had to enjoy this experience of being above average. However, today we have gone back up to top rated seller. So thank you. Yes.
Good.
Don't break your hand patting me on the back.
Quirky Picker Chat was saying every week I drop the price of the oldest 200 items in my store by 2%. And yet they get no views and no sales. So on Monday I decided to up the promoted listing value from 3 to 8% and sold 2 already. Nice. Do you do end and sell similar ever?
Do we? Weekly and ESS.
No. I'm asking Quirky Picker Chat if he
oh.
does end and sell similar on his oldest 200 items as well as dropping 2%.
Biff says
That
no
might
more
help.
data. I don't know if I read that, but the data is, if you're a data junkie, sure, but I find using the force on eBay, or in other words, sort of reverting to the way I used to do it before I ever looked at numbers, is night and day experience wise. So I just don't look at those numbers, and I go for the crap I'm selling, the stuff, the beautiful, lovely objects of friendly, furry awesomeness. That's what I sell.
And Lag, after 7 stores, the bump diminishes.
After 7 stars, 7 is the magic number, not 3, 7.
And we did say aloha to Don Flippin, but he was saying, hey. Buckeye State
Aloha, Don.
Flips. I'm a part-time seller for 24 years now on eBay with 100% on time and still in the 5 to 10 per day sales bracket.
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's just his insight on, being regular and shipping on time and listing regularly. And
Beard says there's 347 GPUs per item running constantly at the eBay server farms. It's all of Iceland is just eBay server farm.
So Buckeye State Flips is saying, no, for 24 years selling part-time, consistency doesn't seem to have lifted a cap on their eBay sales.
At
It's 5 to
136,
10.
John said not to interrupt you. But I just did it again at 140 to tell you that.
Thank you, John.
To tell you that.
Lag was joking. We are serious people today.
Yes.
Straighten my tie.
That's right. Look, I have the top buttons all up. I'm wearing the blue shirt.
Ebert keeps Ernie in the basement. Listen carefully for the muffled screams. Lag is loving his shirt emojis. Mike Cordes was saying 40% up this year, 25% down this month. That is just crazy.
Well, you know, now when people say this and you see these huge discrepancies, it says, we got the lighthouse. That's what it makes me think. It's like, if everyone's that far down and we're this far up, I mean,
Harba's home.
that's
Aloha.
ridiculous. Aloha. Whoops.
Nice to see you. Don Flippin was saying, hit the like to get some sales off. Thank you, Don. And Jen was saying that she's up 30% the last 30 days. So that's impressive. Yeah, that's good. Carl is liking the ambiance of the candle.
It's nice. Smells good, too.
Paul was saying, so what you're saying is if I ever do knock on the door, wear a bulletproof vest. Okay, got it.
I mean, it's Vermont, is all I'm saying.
Oh, weird. So, Josh, Motorcycle Dork is saying my new growth advisor
Where's it?
called yesterday. I'm looking at my phone because you're so far down. Called yesterday while I was working at my new job. The irony. Interesting.
He's like, how many inches do you need? Okay, so you're 6 foot. You want to be 6'5". Okay, yes.
But that is interesting, though. So are they seeing you're not as active on eBay? So they're like, we better get in touch with him and see what's going on.
What, your eBay growth? What's an eBay growth? I think
I'm
growth
guessing that's what
advisor's
you're
like,
talking about, right?
It's like
or
investments,
no?
probably. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
A growth advisor.
I
I
know.
think it's like investment guy. And
Well, that's
those
what
guys are
first
going
came to
crazy
mind,
right
except
now.
when he said the irony, though.
They want you to get into Doge. Be a good boy and buy some more Doge.
Carl works alone, and Jen was saying, Primo, not doing yourself any favors, LOL.
I work on the principle that I paid it forward over the past 30 years so much, I'm just taking withdrawals every day. Thank you.
Paul was saying to Motorcycle Dork, they've left it a little late for both of us. Gotta love the urgency, LOL. Axe Monkey was saying, I don't have enough data for the PL uncapped yet since I only started yesterday. So far, my pocket isn't getting picked as much as I thought it would.
Yeah, I think one thing that if I'm just gonna, just riff off my own brain, because one of the things I used to think was, well, I just didn't. Okay, so I'm not, numbers swirl in my brain, so that's just a thing that happens, and sometimes it's good swirl, sometimes it's bad swirl. When you're taking money away from me, it's just a negative swirl. So I looked a lot of times, you take a $1 bill, 10% of it's 10 cents. That doesn't seem so bad. But I generally, if you're taking a lot of my money, then I get scared. That's all. So 10% of a $100 thing is $10, and I could buy a burrito with that. Now that scares me. That's all I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you very much. But you don't have to do that.
So Mike is saying the growth advisor is who got him to do the advertising.
Oh.
Stay away from the growth advisors.
Where the heck did you get a growth advisor at eBay? That's a racket. That's a racket.
So Quirky Picker
growth
Chad
advisor?
uses best
You mean for
offers.
eBay's pocket? Oh, hi.
Yeah.
I'm here to fill eBay's pocket. I'm their growth advisor. Let me see your pocket for a second. Okay. I'm just going to take one of these. Here's one for you. Like the Jetsons, Jane the White takes the money, the whole wallet, leaves you with $1. That's what a growth advisor is.
James, the vague reseller says, just buy something and list it.
Yeah, here's a
and you will be successful. It's
They're
as
blue.
easy as wiping your butt with 2-ply plush paper.
Jeans.
Primo, never admit you are selling a load of
Did you already?
crap.
It's a long.
Oh,
ways
you did?
away. It's a long ways away. It's okay. It's way back there.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just gonna fill in with things like Biff saying, I've been carrying 3 defects that weren't my fault. I think they should drop off any day now. I really didn't care to appeal. They made it difficult to appeal. So now if you do need to appeal those, it's a different thing with blue bubbles instead of the words next to it, if that makes sense to anybody.
Oops.
So just dig deeper for the appeal. No, here's how I did it. I never know how I do anything. I had to go through chat. And I had to tell chat, AI chat bot, that I wanted to appeal a defect. And then I didn't think of doing that the first time. I was like, I'm going to call. And then finally, just after it was halfway through the month, I went, let me just go check again. I had a second. And I went through the chat. And sure enough, it directed me right to it. But I had to go through the chat.
Well, and talk about difficulties finding that.
Yes.
Well, I was trying to find
They're
today.
doing that now, yeah.
I was trying to find today our shipments where there were any cost adjustments from, the service we used.
Yeah, I
Looked
know.
high and low
Couldn't
for
get
this.
it.
Could not find it. Going on Google, typing in, cost adjustments, shipping adjustments, eBay, nothing would bring me to it. And then finally you came up with a way of wording it, and we got to it through Google. And so now I saved the actual the page. But
Pull
then-
over, silver hair. We get it worn out for your rest.
The instructions from eBay. So, I typed it in. Google gives me an eBay, like, these are the steps you do. Well, the information is outdated because that's not the way it's set up anymore on the website.
You guys, I can't believe you guys are getting these calls. What predators? I mean,
I know, and
seriously.
I'm wondering, is it because do they think that they're selling replenishable stuff? Like, this is all unique items.
Can you
right?
prick your finger, get some blood, put it in a pen, and write down this, please? Or just use your phone.
Ooh.
We are going to cross list on Etsy because I am going to get list perfectly for the last 6 weeks of the year. I'm just going to do it because we got to test it before. I don't know what it's going to go up to in price. Is it going to go at the end of the year in 2025? Is it going to go up to like $300 a month? I don't want to do that. So while we still can, let's do all the testing for the next month and a half with books, with List Perfectly's AI. It's called AI Vision, something. It's supposed to be like Marvel, whatever.
Well, Patricia for the longest time was trying to
she's
encourage us to do
she's
Etsy.
disgusted. She doesn't even come on here anymore because she's just like, they're not going to.
And she gave us codes
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff
with
to
code.
use, and we never did it.
We did sign up, at least.
We did sign up, but we never ended up listing anything.
I also signed up like 20 years ago. But I'm saying that we got to do the Etsy because I think that is necessary just because for redundancy.
And Patricia,
Department of
she always
Redundancy.
said that Etsy, she was getting, top dollar on Etsy for her
premiums
for,
for
her vintage.
premium merch.
Yeah.
And that's what I need because we are selling our stuff. Well, that's not totally true because I'm getting top dollar on our top items. And the middle items I'm definitely letting go for less than if I tried to work them harder, but competition is so stiff. I'm just like, let's just sell through rate on this stuff. But I'm talking, you go like 5 Breyer horses. Who the heck wants those? Somebody. So they're going to go out for $25, not $60. And everybody lists 2 year ago price. Everybody is listing. Well, a lot of things I find are listed at 2 years ago prices. Is that proper English?
Yeah, Tamara, that's
2
we've
years
heard
ago.
higher price clientele on Etsy. And so Axe Monkey is saying
So she wrote down in blood on her phone. It's very messy now. You have to get a wipe for that. And we'll do that this weekend, promise.
And Axe Monkey is saying, I'm really
Promise.
loving List Perfectly, but it will not delist from more than one store. It will only look at one eBay ID.
Oh,
so
what? I thought you could log in with multiple eBay IDs because that
will be a big
critical.
problem.
Maybe Vendu is the one that does
and Mike
the
was-
multiple IDs only.
Mike was saying that so these growth advisors,
Beard says the growth advisor gave me a prescription for blue pills.
these growth
right.
advisors, they say you have great items. Your store looks so great. So essentially, it's like their AI, where it's like this collectible would be great to add to your collection. It's just whatever.
I feel like
garbage.
you'd be hitting on me. You got a nice store there, Chubbs.
Harbor's Hope had a good sale 30 minutes ago. 85 items.
That was totally from our vibe. Thank you.
85 items of one kind made $894 on a $94 investment.
Yep.
Wow.
Good job. That's actually really super awesome. We will forgo our normal 50% fee.
And you probably read this, but did you see what Motorcycle
No.
Dork said? The growth advisor suggested the campaign, it cost $600 and zero sales.
This was the one from like last year, right, Josh?
Or the beginning of this.
Or the beginning of this year. Yeah, all time like so mushy.
Yeah.
Because I was always, well, I don't think I ever remembered that you had a person telling you to do that, like from eBay. That to me is so usury that makes me barf.
Tamara Lynn was in Burlington on Sunday and Monday, and she said that she looked for us while she was outsourcing. She checked out the vintage inspired market on Dorset Street.
Oh yeah, that's
and then
what's her name? Why don't I remember her name?
Mary.
Mary. A long time ago, I rented a little booth from Mary at a point where I'm like, I'm gonna put stuff in this little store. It was vintage antique. It was like a side, like an annex to vintage marketplace inspired, whatever. And so I put stuff
in
there
a different location.
Totally long time ago. And I put stuff in there just because we had overflow, and I just, instead of putting it to storage, I just took it to her store, and it just paid for itself. I mean, we didn't make a lot of money there, but it consumed it up in rent, and I just let things go because I don't know.
Well, and we weren't going in and like replenishing
it, yeah.
and
well,
like
we replenished, but we didn't.
Well, yeah.
You know, they're kind of fancy. They're not fancy, but like nice.
So Tamara, and then across from there is the University Mall, and in there
Did you
is
go
this
to the
huge
mall?
like antique store in there. So the mall, because they lost so many national like, retailers, they now rent to a lot of like locally owned things, and it's a little weird, but
it is weird.
It's a good way of filling spaces. Like they have someone in there that's selling like vinyl records along with other collectibles like Legos and stuff, and
Hot Wheels, and then they got the store that's it's like a huge store that's antiques and
a huge store that's antiques, and then they have another secondhand store that's all video games, and an inside source tells me that they are so successful.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
How do you say it? You don't say it that way. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. We say it like boomer. We're boomers. They have Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then the kids take the cards, and then they sell them for thousands of dollars, and then they play. And across the mall from that store, they've got a huge, like it was a Walden's Books or something, and it's just got tables in it and TV sets, and then they rent out, and then people come and do like card games and pay them for it, and then I don't even know. That's a whole thing we don't even understand because we're boomers.
Tamara was saying that
we're so boomers.
Once you get on Etsy, you'll be like, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner? And then
mostly just because we're whelmed.
I feel like Motorcycle Dork and Mike should call up eBay and demand some like free months of store subscription fees or something. That's really rude. What scumbags the
growth advisors are?
Yes, that's so awful. Jeez Louise, how many people are they doing this to? And then the end of the quarter, they'll be like, 2% increase.
Hey, look at us. We sold less items and made more money. Look at us because we're great. Excellent. That's how they're doing it.
Den Decor was saying that $600 covers a year of Vendu. The $600 that Motorcycle Dork spent.
And so right now I'm finding, but there's probably like a different tier of software that we don't know about because we haven't looked into it that's even more hardcore. Like it might cost $1,000 a year or $1,200 a year, more enterprisey. That might be even better. But from what I found uses for Inkfrog, Vendu, List Perfectly, and TreeCat. Those are the 4 that I found quite useful. And then there's, runner-up type things. We tried List. I don't know, a couple other things. Aloha, Josh.
Aloha. Ooh.
Welcome to Burlington, where we discuss advanced reseller something because we are founders, etc. Thank you. And welcome. Mostly talking about, I don't know, Josh, if you had ever heard about the
Growth advisors?
Growth advisors, yeah. Did you ever get hassled by one of these growth advisors, Josh, to tell you to spend more money? Like an actual person? Like, I have a representative who tells me to spend $600 on my stuff that I'll only make $300 on. I have never been approached by such a person. So I guess we kind of suck for that reason. I feel left out.
So Mike was saying the funny thing, I'm supposed to get half off up to $1,000 by end of year. Looks
we
like
should carpet bomb
eBay
the
isn't
growth advisors.
acknowledging that I clicked the promo. I can't wait to calmly speak facts to this growth advisor. Numbers don't lie.
Here, growth advisor. Here's a quarter. Take it downtown and have that growth knot off your face. Am I right? Thank you.
Just no, but you don't. Would you just let me? Give me. Let me get. Let me get. You're not. Give me a. Oh.
I want to know how.
Accounts payable. Nina speaking. Just a moment.
I want to know how growth advisors live with themselves. How do you sleep at night, growth advisors?
Did you see, Biff? Maybe I can bring churros to Vermont via the struggling mall.
The mall is not, it's like, it's not struggling. So there's a couple of people who go look at dead malls, and the East Coast has a ton of them. And ours is one of the few in the Northeast that is not dying. It's things have changed in it.
Yeah.
But it's not dying. Unless you consider a Spirit Halloween in the old Sears building, like kind of the beginning of the cancer of the death of the mall. But but other than that, I guess you could look at it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But eBay scrapped the program. So Josh did have that. Oh,
but they have it again, Josh, because Motorcycle Dork Josh and Mike Gerdez.
Tell me this: are you guys paying for?
Were just swindled out of money from eBay through their advisors.
Were you guys paying for $300 stores at the time? Let me ask you that. Were you doing the enterprise store? Is that how they got? Were you paying the $300 for the enterprise store, and that's why they were calling you? Because we've never done that, and that could be. Buckeye State Flips. My wife is my growth advisor. That's funny, I think.
The Vague Reseller says, just watch certain YouTube videos and you'll be rich with wasted time. What?
I just said that's what she said for some reason. I don't know. I just like to say those several words together.
Is it weird that, because my vision is so bad
blurry.
and the little icons.
Isn't it blurry?
The people's, what are those icon things called, are so tiny
that
the Buckeye State Flips, their icon always reminds me of J-Ride.
Uh-oh.
Is it J-Ride? Doesn't his logo sort of look like that? Again, it's very tiny. I
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
A little bit.
The burrow.
It's got the circle.
Aloha.
Aloha the burrow.
Nice. So the burrow is saying,
you heard
they heard an eBay commercial on the radio, and it was not auto related.
We've seen quite a few that are collectibles showing their recent, probably fourth quarter pivot to going back a little, hinting that they're going back to sort of their roots with collectible. You can't only find it on eBay, because that was their only move. You can only find it on eBay. That should be just their forever loopy motto. You can only find it on eBay. Josh, the growth advisors only push promoted listings. They are useless. Yeah.
And Mike Gerdez
I'm canceling them. They're canceled.
Said he only has a $60 store fee.
Okay, so that's
and
not
had a growth
why.
advisor last year. and tried pay-per-click but shut off after a couple of weeks.
They keep, they do keep trying to, jam it down our throats, but I've never. Well, I can say that I've never felt like we've been big enough to, even at 5 figures a month. Right now, we're on schedule to make more money than I think we've ever made in a single month in recent history. And I'm not going to talk to them about advertising. I'm not going to try to grow this sales bubble that we're in. I'm just going to let it naturally ferment into and explode in our face. Thank you. YouTube has been serving me J-Ride. My tolerance has increased. I mean, sometimes I watch him. He comes on. It's like in the repeat, and all of a sudden, boom, he's there. And I like to think about something nice to say about everybody, and I usually find something nice. That's all.
Ryan has been sick the last couple of
No,
days.
Ryan, you can't be because of Christmas.
Christmas is starting now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Josh has the Anchor Star $300 monthly fee. Motorcycle Dork's experience was about 4 months ago with the Growth Advisor. And I feel really bad for Mike.
Yeah.
It's time to start a Facebook group, Growth Advisor scam group. Yeah, that's shameful, really.
Well, maybe we're sitting here, little pious punks, with our big pile of crap. And when I say crap, again, I mean awesome curated collectibles, curated by me over 24 years. There's a lot of good stuff here. I mean, you peel off the onion layers, there's another really pretty solid layer underneath it. We're not going out and having to, although I would say this year is going to be 20-30% new stuff. I don't know what would you say? 20%? 17%?
No.
Is it by number of items or by value?
No, it's new stuff. I mean, what about the consigned stuff too?
Yeah.
So that is new stuff.
So I would say it's like 20%, 30%, 90%, 117. That's my final answer. Is that enough? I think that we are.
Flipping for autism. Aloha!
We are selling 25% items that we're sourcing during the year, and 75% of stuff that's old, just sitting on a pile. So I don't know. I just can't determine how, unless we just needed to drive sales. The promoted listing is just always seemed like a not for us type thing. Like it was never going to work. And now currently it just works because I think it's pay to play.
Well, things are shifting,
Yeah. J-Ride said that.
Oh.
He said that.
And Motorcycle Dork was saying, no, he does not have an enterprise store, but neither does his buddy who's local there that got the same call.
Oh, okay. I know how to solve this problem. Thank you. I know how to do this. Don't answer your phone. Thank you. Never answer your phone unless somebody's name pops up on there and it's someone you want to talk to.
Oh my God.
That's a rule for me.
Ooh, that's so funny you say that because, again, in one of my groups,
Son of a group.
somebody said they got a phone call saying that they were collectors for eBay, that this person owed money for an item.
How?
Yeah. And they were like really confused by it, blah, blah, blah. And somebody said in a reply, don't ever answer the phone if you don't recognize the number.
Hold on.
If it's important, they'll leave a message.
If there's any lesson I can impart upon you, life lesson, big life lesson, don't answer your phone. Period. There's nothing.
Unless it literally says eBay.
Unless it says a dollar sign pops up and it goes, don't answer your phone. Mom will wait till I call her. Everybody just wait. I'll call you if I need to talk to you.
So
I mean this jokingly, but at the same time, I mean it totally.
So the
Legitimately.
person that posted that though did end up saying that they did find out that it was a scam. So somebody was scamming, pretending they were doing collections for eBay.
The phone is evil.
And this person was confused. They were like, "What? Like I owe money to eBay? What is happening?"
The phone is for doom scrolling, not for talking to people. Please stop talking.
And
Please don't. I mean, don't ever answer a call you don't know what it is.
although I have
Can
heard,
I make that a permanent rule for everybody to follow?
but I have heard though that and I don't know if you've ever heard this, where you know how eBay will want you to verify your account sometimes, and it's by like
Very rarely, but yes.
very rarely, and people will actually have their accounts suspended because they never verified their account by providing their like ID and their bank account again or something. And I've read where people say, yes, that could be because eBay may have actually tried phoning you, and perhaps you didn't answer the phone because you didn't recognize the phone number. And that could be why, now you got to reach out to eBay, because in most cases, they just are trying to have you verify with your ID again and with your banking account information
that's
again.
fair. I don't ever answer eBay, and that's never happened to us except for once. I don't even remember why that was.
Years ago.
Yeah. And it was the only time I've ever done it where they made me actually send a picture of my ID. And what annoyed me is why they would use a third-party company. I mean, it was totally legit, but why they'd use a fourth-party, second important company in India. But it was legit. I'm just saying that. Because they actually turned off the store and then turned us back on once we did it. But I didn't like that they did it through a third party.
Totally sidetracked right now, but speaking of India, we've been watching on YouTube these videos of the guy that does the glitter bombs.
The glitter bomb, and he gets back at people.
Been glitter.
We're a little boomer on this because they're like 3-year-old videos.
Well, somehow YouTube started recommending them to us, and how they cockroach bombed some call centers in India that were scamming elderly people here in the U.S. out of like their savings.
It was super. You should go watch these. Who was that guy's name? I can't remember it, but it's Glitter Bomb, and he made 5 different versions over 5 years.
And he glitter bombs, like he would people that steal packages, or was the package itself is a glitter bomb. And
then he inadvertently got himself set up with the Nairobi scammer types from India, because they had very ingenious dudes get you to download a program on the computer through chicanery and playing on your emotions and stuff. And they get you to download a program which they say...
Mark Rubble.
That's it. Mark Rubble, Bearded Picker. Exactly.
Thank you, Beard.
And he...
Marcroble.
And he worked with this other guy who was able to track down where they are. And then they found out that they send a program, have you download it on your computer, then they gain access to your computer. Then they say... log into your bank account, but they're pretending they're not looking or something. And then they say you have to sign out. And then they put a black screen up because they're in control of your computer for the most part. And they go in the back and edit the code so it shows that you now on your bank statement, you have a negative $20,000 or a positive $20,000 that you just received from them, and you're only supposed to get $500, and they make you make a mistake.
So then they go, "Oh no, you got too much deposited into your account.
And the
now
poor
you
lady,
need to send us cash for the difference."
And they make the lady send it like in a book, like put. Anyway, she was just like, "I'm so rattled. I'm so upset. I don't know what to do. I want to give you your money back. Whatever." And I'm just, it makes me barf. And I want to.
Mark is the guy's name. Beard is correcting himself.
I want
Rober, Rober.
I want to go put cockroaches and people in the buildings. And then what we were just getting to is how it's just this husband and wife like run 10 different companies, and then you kind of want to go put cockroaches in there.
But anyhow, this guy Mark got started because he had someone steal a package from his porch. And that's how this all got started. He started, and he's an engineer, so he started designing these glitter bomb boxes, which is pretty funny.
It's amazing, and everyone should be aware of this. Like that this can happen. It seems like, because he explains like, how can anybody fall for this? It seems very elaborate for them to fall for it. But if you're vulnerable or, you're emotionally vulnerable, like people's spouses have died, they just are taking advantage.
It's so sad.
And they go out, and the way it works is they just put out feelers to 1,000 or 2,000 people a day. Then they get 500 hits, and then they go back and they get 5 or 6 people a day, and then they all
put
work
it
on
out
them.
it was way more. They robocall like 1 million people
a day
or something,
and then they get 500 to work on, and then all the people in the call center, like 25 people, work on those 500, and they whittle it down to like 5 or 6, and then they just put the full screws on those people.
So Mike was saying, don't feel bad about the for him regarding the growth advisors. He says, I'm having a great year, lesson learned, and moving on from this mistake. Ryan was saying, hey, flipping for autism. I'm flipping with autism. Mr. Me was saying, read the fine print of those promotions for ads and the pay per click. It's interesting.
Wait, Josh has a golden ticket to Club 33 of resellers. Josh, let us in. Go sneak in the back window and then open the door for us, Josh. eBay Premier Seller Group. I wonder what that is. What do they do in there? Do they plot against all our small people, how they can ruin us? eBay.
Kaylee Elaine.
Kaylee, is that well, there's a Kaylee that's like homeschool picker or something. Was that Kaylee? I don't know if that's the right one. I heard some little back and forth between American Arbitrage and ADH Dave there that was talking about helping Kaylee, and I was like trying to figure out who that was just yesterday or something. Thank you.
Ryan was saying one time when he was a kid, he had a political polling person call, and he ended up describing to this caller the show he was watching on TV and was being super dramatic, and the guy was so confused. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, who answers phone calls that they don't know? No one does, but
I used to pride myself on answering the call for JWs and Mormons. If the people came up to the door, I would just talk to them. They would get annoyed. I mean, I'm talking when I was a kid, like into almost adulthood. I would just have a conversation. They would always leave. They would just, after about a half hour, they're like, oh, we're probably not going to get anywhere here. But I enjoy practicing the conversation.
Like was saying, oh, you've just seen this. Where have you been? I've heard about the guy, just never watched it. And we're usually watching eBay stuff and the YouTubers that you started watching a long time ago.
YouTube has changed slightly in the past few months where they're just recommending different weird stuff. I'm starting to watch somebody who I think is a pretty... he seems like a really reasonable... I know Den Decor was in there this morning. Something Rocks and CD Flips or something. That guy I was watching this morning. Why didn't I write things down? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. He lists a lot of books.
And we have to list a lot of books, so I'm kind of interested. And I saw Den Decor in there. I saw a couple other people, I thought, in there. And I like his attitude and his methodologies. But he's nobody that I've really ever heard of, except in the past few days. So eBay has changed their suggestions. Galaxy CD Rocks and Flips. Yes, Den Decor.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yes, the fart smell bombs. Yep.
And he does a good he does
Candy, oh, thanks. She's saying, I looked at your cool listings on Junk Drawer Empire. How are you guys not millionaires trying to decide between the bowling pins or the light bulbs, salt and pepper shakers?
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh, that's sweet. Thanks.
If you send us some offers. I mean, we'll be super duper awesomely fair.
Head to toe theatrical. Aloha. Good afternoon from Missouri.
Why are we just going totally diabetic? I mean, I cannot. This just looks like water. Why do all the letters look like water to me?
We both need new glasses. Yes, Paul Rose, and a lot of those scams are getting people to buy gift cards, and Yeah, and Ryan was saying when he worked at Walgreens, he stopped several older folks from buying prepaid gift cards for scammers. And I was in Walgreens the other day dropping off a FedEx package, and on those prepaid gift cards, they had signs saying, warning people. It was like, warning, if somebody has asked you to buy a gift card that you do not know, you might be getting scammed. Like, they have those signs up. Isn't that awful?
It is awful. I mean, it's awful.
But
it's human nature. I understand to take advantage of people, but
okay. So the elderly that are getting scammed, because I feel like our moms would never fall for that.
I'm taking my mom's phone away. She's not. We're just gonna take
your
her
mom
phone.
would never fall for that.
Cancel.
So your
I'm
mom is
putting
mid
childhood
70s. My
protections.
mom is early 70s, and they would never fall for that.
My mom said not too long ago that she almost fell for something.
No, she knew almost though.
But here's
She
the
did
problem.
not.
Don't answer the phone. Just don't answer the phone. That's all.
Oh,
Big Dre was there too.
Hey.
Yes, that's right. Big Dre was in there.
Peeping Time wants to know if anyone would like to buy Peeping Time a gift card.
Okay, that reminds me. I just want to take some time. I was going to do this at the top of the show, but now we're not doing it at the top of the show because it's here buried in the second hour of the show. However, that does not mean any less, and I want to individually, one at a time, give you a diploma and shake your hand for being our members. Thank you so much. Quirky Picker Chad. Axe Monk. Okay, and then here's your. We'll shake hands, and I'll hand you your thing. Okay, Axe Monkey. Here's your thing. Bearded Picker. Thank you very much. 6x6 Silver Hair Stacker. Josh Fagan. Flippin' Ain't Easy. WTF. Oregon Record Crate. Might Seller. JRKR 1964. Paul Rose. Motorcycle Dork. Callie Debs. Biff Boffo. Major Win. I started late.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh my.
There's a lot more. Cornhusker
Whoa.
Picker, Ryan, Lag, GT, Ghost Picker, Midwest Picker, Junk Trader, Tommy Bernard, Big Dre, CK Postcards, Intergalactic Microsystems.
I have not seen Intergalactic in so long in the chat.
Somebody named Spam Banshee, Peeping Time, Short Cryptic Tales,
Oh my
Flipping for
goodness.
Autism, K
Peeping
Picker,
Time, thanks.
Kent Daigle, Kent Daigle's here, aloha Kent Daigle. 4TP, Tamron Patricia, James Heifer Stay, Joe's Rare Finds, Cat D, Mike Geardas, Jetta Flipping Ain't Easy.
Curious Collections. Ayo.
Exhausted.
And then-
Ayo. And then we're back.
Oh, did you get, so you got all the way down. And then Peeping Time just gifted 5 Primo
What?
memberships. That's so sweet.
Thank you so much.
Look at that. Grammy's miniatures. How cute. Cypher, 865 Picker, secondhand
April
Maple.
Davis PI is back.
Nice.
Did you get everybody? 865 Picker, secondhand Maple. Secondhand Maple? Are you from the... I'm just asking if you're from New England. Because
Welcome.
but welcome to everybody. Thank you so much. We
Party
have
time.
we have like 1 million members now. And that's the future of... My feeling is that's the future of YouTube monetization. I think they're just going to continue to shrink up the advertising revenue.
Somebody you were watching today, I heard it like, or actually maybe it was just auto playing when you were upstairs.
Oh, no, I think it was CD Rocks.
Oh, and they were saying that YouTube was
Thank
trying
you so
to.
much, Peeping Time. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you. That YouTube was trying to get them to make member videos, so
Yes. I'm
Like-
trying to figure out how to do that. They're going to give us $200 to make 2 members only videos, and something else. And they're supposed to give you $200. So I got to figure out how to do that.
Oh, interesting. So they're trying to encourage people to get memberships by having the YouTubers create member videos.
Through their 15 years or however long YouTube's been around, every year they decrease their contribution of advertising revenue. Or, they just turn the dials down as they do. And then we'll basically be responsible for our own monetization through memberships. What'll be nice about that is that, it's kind of, you have to keep your quality up, and we're a perfect example of that. So our quality is us sitting here at a desk for 2 hours, and that's it. Thank you. Am I right?
Dendakar was saying that he likes the person you're talking about. He's a solid guy. Answers any questions via Instagram. Oh wait.
Sorry.
And Silverhair was asking
Galaxy CD rocks and flips.
Yeah.
Like he
and
sells
Jenna's
rocks.
here. Aloha, Jenna.
Aloha, Jenna.
And Primo's like, do you hear him?
This is exactly how it sounds.
Do you
hear
hear him?
Do you hear him?
You need to speed up what you're doing.
You need to speed yourself up. Wait, what are you talking about so I can be accurate in my mocking of myself?
This Astro Galaxy CD guy.
What about him?
Galaxy CD
I said he had
You're like, do you hear him? Listen to what he does. Listen to his process. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah, right.
And
what about that?
he lists right from his phone.
I see what you're saying. I'm saying we were listening to Kevin Commonwealth Flipper, and he was saying somebody called him and said, I list very slowly. That was the person I was asking you to listen to.
No, you also asked me
And
to listen
also,
to
yes,
this
you're
guy
right.
because he was, while he was doing a video,
Please don't
was
hurt me.
photographing and listing via the app.
You see how I flinched?
And
Because
you
you
were
raised
like,
your hand. I was flinching.
Did you see Biff was saying Peter Santelli or whatever
Oh,
is
he's in
roaming
your
my
area?
area right now? Good stuff.
Yeah, he was here, and then he had to take his video down
Well,
because it showed the truth.
Yeah, I mean it's still up, but he had to edit out the woman.
Oh, so here, should we tell him? Can we talk about our local thing?
Wait.
We have if you've seen that Peter Santarillo thing, it's not
YouTube
Peter
for OnlyFans.
Where is the name of that guy?
Peter
Santinello
Santinello.
is in like middle California right now, and he was here in Burlington, Vermont, and because
he grew up in Burlington or right around Burlington.
Yeah, and we're having problems, not unlike most cities. It's not it's drugs is what it mostly is in crime, and it is in home and unhoused people creating those things, and I can't get all into it, but we keep trying trying to govern in a certain way, and we can't keep police here. It's a weird thing that's happening, and now our
police chief is stepping down.
We have, I don't want to use political terms, just are really like, the mayor is very they basically put up a thing, and the town voted to have a coalition of city council and community members police the police.
Mm-hmm.
And the police chief just quit, and he's like, I'm just not going to do this.
He's sticking around for
a few
a
months.
transition
He's nice.
to help have a smooth transition.
We
but
need more
it's going to be
police.
very difficult to even
And
find
our voting
a police chief.
just kicked our police chief is leaving because we're trying to micromanage him into insanity.
But I want to add I
think I did really good navigating that, not being political.
when I was getting my teeth cleaned last week.
Thank you.
My hygienist Karen and I were just sort of chatting, and I was like, can you believe it? Vermont, it was just named like the safest state in the nation.
It's not.
And I was like, that seems crazy to me. Like, look what's happening in the biggest city in Vermont.
Just our
And then
city,
can
all
I
the
finish?
murders are here. No.
Can I finish?
Sorry, yes.
And she said
No.
to me, which I've
Yes.
heard many people say this, that must tell you how bad it is in so many other states. And I was like, yeah, I know, I've heard that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I've heard people say that, local people, where they're like, it's so bad here. What's happened to our city? And I've heard people that have moved here say, this is nothing compared to, where I'm from in California, and I was like, okay, I guess we were just in a little bubble until now.
Well, this has been going on for a while. 5 years ago, when you were still at your actual career job, there was people sleeping under the Like porches.
True.
It was already going downhill, but it just like completely melted.
That is true. Yeah.
I will pet him and I will call him George. And he is the cutest little guy. And I call
Primo,
him
blink
George.
twice if you don't feel safe out.
I was totally blinking.
Beard was saying testing a beatbox by Dre.
It worked.
It's very
He
loud, so
did. He
speak
did.
up,
Went
please.
through the Doc
Yeah,
and
I
Rat
see
and
that.
Iron Maiden blast. So it is listed for sale.
Wow.
If it's a cool beatbox, I just put it up on a shelf and don't sell it, and then we're poor. That's also one thing we've been doing is we've been selling stuff. You know what's really cool is when I don't keep everything because I love it so much, and I actually sell it.
Well, you know, there's this thing where if you haven't used something
Yeah.
in a certain amount of
It's a thing.
time, it's
Fly,
sort of
be
like,
free.
Get rid of it.
Mark for Mark said it best. Fly, be free. If something that you love sits in your closet for 20 years, that you better send that thing to eBay right now. Or Etsy. You can send it to Etsy.
Okay, Dendacor, thank you for being here.
Oh,
we
aloha.
love seeing you. Aloha, happy sales to
Have
you.
a great day.
Until we meet. Oh, that makes me think of Doug and Roe.
Where
yes.
they at? Where are they? Are they lurking?
Sleeps underground, which
Yeah,
we already
the
knew
basement.
that.
With pancakes. He has a full pancake room. It's just pancakes. It's very, very comfortable.
Like, do you need some Vermont maple syrup?
Pancakes are much more comfortable than memory foam.
Biff was saying that San Francisco has started to turn around.
I agree. I mean, I have a friend who lives right in, I don't know what you call it. It's got a new name, but it's essentially south of Market.
Basket noodle.
It was in the industrial area where all the raves were, like, 4th and Townsend, like sort of down in that kind of area. And he's lived there for, I don't know, 6 years. He bought his house right at the pandemic when the values were all falling, and he bought it right before that.
Yeah, so he spent so much money. Wasn't it in one of those skyscrapers that was like sinking?
No, he wasn't in one of those.
Oh,
but he was in
okay.
he was in an old place that was redone, and it was all nice and has a pool and everything. He's got a backpack, so he's cool. Yeah. Biff, yes, liquidate. Everybody liquidate. Can you please just liquidate? Not dog patch, Biff. What do you call it? You know when you come down off the, like, I guess it's 101 now, because when I grew up there was 2 freeways coming in, and it fell down in the 89 earthquake. So I left in 93. So I have like contradictory memories of San Francisco, because I haven't lived there again, so everything is a little spotty. But when you come off the 101 from
Soma?
San Jose, Soma, south of Market, Soma, yeah, and there's a black Safeway there. It's just all black brick, but it's Safeway. Like, he lives just down the street from that, and he bought that place because that's where we literally used to go rave. In one place, was called the King Street Garage, was a circular enclosed parking garage, and that's where some of the best raves of the day were held. Yeah, Soma. Thank you. And that seems so lame that I can't remember that, but yep, 55-year-old brain, CRS disease.
Backpack, where's John? Oh, backpack.
Poor John
backpack.
gets terrorized.
He's
By
a champ.
backpacks.
He's a champ.
He puts up with it.
He does.
Good sport.
Beard was saying $7.50 for the beatbox by Dre yesterday.
Memories like the corner of my mind. Misty chocolate covered memories like the way we was back last April.
What is it? What
Cheers.
the heck is the temperature there?
Thank you.
Beard has burned that into
I know.
Mike's brain.
It is.
I had never even heard that before.
I don't
until
even
his
see.
show.
Today was the first time I actually saw that there was pictures that went along with it. I just laughed at the song. was so obvious. I know, Biff. So lame. But there might be like a different term for his exact part of Soma, but it was, the redeveloped part by the ballpark and the whole thing right there. I think that is just all called Soma.
Lag lives in Vermont.
But you know what it used to be across from was, Biff, there used to be, before the ballpark, the AT&T park was built, or Pac Bell, whatever it's called, there was like these weird bridges over there, and it was all industrial and gross, and there was tar and like, I don't know, weird stuff over in that back area. And that's all been beautified and nice. And that was called something else than Soma, but I don't think that, I think it all got consumed. I have to look at this map now. Damn it. Okay, talk while I look at this.
So I came across this article.
Uh-oh. Was
from
it in
this
your
year.
groups?
No, from this year. I was doing a Google search, so I was just curious about, a lot of people
Look at that
feel
swirl.
they get scammed on eBay. And I was just wondering, just in the retail world, online retail world in general, like what the percentage of fraudulent purchases are and stuff. But anyhow, I came across this article that is specifically about marketplaces like Amazon and eBay.
Oh, I know what it's called. It's called Mission Bay now. It's called Mission Bay, Biff, and Motorcycle Dork. The actual area is called Mission Bay now. I think it used to be. You see this thing, this Mission Creek channel? This used to be.
Did you want to show that or no?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
It's called Mission Bay.
So he lives right in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm trying to find his exact house. It's like 4th and it's 4th and Townsend. 4th and Bryant Street maybe. There's 4th. There's Bryant. I think it is close to 4th and Bryant. Somewhere around there. Because you come right off the freeway and then you're like, oh, boom, right by his house. So anyway, it's like, it was expensive. And then it lost like half its value. And I think it's probably come back up. The whole point in even mentioning this is that San Francisco is coming back.
Oh, right. Biff was saying that, yeah.
And in his area, it is. It's a nice area. And then the Tenderloin is always going to be the Tenderloin. So as far from that point of view, it is pretty.
I just remember Silverhair said that seeing these looked like lights from a cop vehicle.
Yeah, I pulled him over.
Can you go back to the chat?
Yep.
Thanks.
Pull over. Pull over.
Ooh, so there's ice and snow there.
We're ready for it. We're all teched out, ready for any sort of weather to come by. Our heat's turned on. We're ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's the low 50s again here today, right? Oh, but people were asking if we're getting snow tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
I think Dendacor had asked that.
Are
we? I
We
gotta
better
look
not.
this up.
I don't like to talk about it.
Let's see here.
I'm just reading stuff. Sorry. I have to read it.
Well, read it out loud.
No, I'm just going to.
No, we are definitely not getting snow.
Oh, good.
Because
I don't want snow.
We're tomorrow 48 degrees, Friday 50.
Biff's got the wood stove crackling. Well, you are. Biff is. I mean, I never super GPS'd Biff, but he's got elevation. I think he's got some elevation, so it's gonna be cool. And it's already like 60 degrees in California area currently. And if you look at the map, like I just did, and you pull way out here on the Google Maps, look at that swirl right up above Vancouver, British Columbia, coming into Seattle. It looks like a hurricane, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's a big swirl.
Huh.
So I'm guessing that there's some weather happening in the central California area and the Vancouver, Seattle, Washington area.
Yeah.
We
Well,
have
your
clearness. We have cold, probably.
I wonder where your mom was dog sitting and they came home early to get ahead of the snow.
Snow. Yeah, that's true.
So I wonder, I don't remember where she said they were. If they were going out of California or what.
Oh, Beard, we heard about. We were kind of wondering where you had been. And Phoebe, I think Phoebe's, your doggie's name was not feeling well. I'm glad that Phoebe is back in action.
Oh,
also.
the Phoebes. Can you go back? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So much scolding. So little time. So much scolding. Who knows the red light district in Amsterdam? Me. I've been there. I was there at 9 years old. I was there at 15, 16 years old. It was much more entertaining at 15, 16 years old. But I remember at 9 being very, a little more concerned for the ladies standing in the booth, you know, hustling their wares. I was just like, are they happy? At 16, I was like, are they happy? That was my mom, though. I mean,
Ryan was saying his mom picked up a mid-century telephone gossip bench. Really good shape for $5. Is she
wait, what was that?
keeping it?
Let me see. What was that? Gossip bench?
A telephone chair /
Oh, yeah.
gossip bench.
Yeah. They face each other. That's awesome. What was that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm like burping.
Are you about to
and-
yawn?
I did. I did
a
start
burp,
to
gurgle,
yawn
yawn.
10 seconds ago, and then I was like, oh no, I don't want lag to get on the yawn train.
Oh, it's all the yawn. I mean, it's, yeah, what's nice is I do have 10 items to package, but they're only 3 customers, like 4 lenses and 3 things and 3 things. I think that's it's like an amazing amount of repeat or multiple item purchases, which is nice.
Paul, you can try, but you can't hide those yawns.
Oh, no, it's just like,
Lag, stop. Wait, B Nudes was saying it's a well-known fact stuffed animals are the best on first dates. Wait, why is he saying that?
to bring her one? Oh, you're supposed to go win her one at the carnival type thing? Or you're supposed to dress in one? You're a furry?
Too late. Wait, I'm just realizing Lag is using different shirt emojis.
He's doing his own shirt.
Oh! Did, like,
He's leading his own shirt.
a mouse shit just fly in my eye?
It happens. It happens.
Oh,
This
no.
is,
On the phone, the shirt is different than on the desktop. It's a striped shirt on the phone. Interesting.
Let me see.
See it? It has
Oh, yeah,
stripes.
it is pinstriped.
Ah.
You can't see the pinstripes.
Ha, ha, ha.
Blue shirt, blue shirt.
Beard. My Apple Watch keeps saying loud environment.
Raising the decibels, ladies
It
and
doesn't
gentlemen.
know that they're testing a pair of Bose 301 Series 2 speakers next.
Call the police.
Jovial Juggler! Aloha. Don't forget
Candio
to
wants
change
to
the
know-
furnace filter. We did.
We did.
We
And it was
did.
gross. In fact, this year, we went, because we have the mouse issue,
Oh, Candio.
we went through
Oh, B Nudes.
each and every...
See you,
Bye,
B
ba-
Nudes. Thanks
See ya,
for
B
being
Nudes.
here.
We went through every single vent and intake into our system for the first time, maybe ever. I don't even know. And we have not ever really vacuumed them out too. You know, we've done like sort of cursory vacuuming around the
Yeah,
vent.
but I've never like stuck.
We put
the
cameras.
Yeah, I've never really gone as far in as I did this time.
And there was nothing but grossness. But the thing is, there was no mice or anything.
Yeah, we were worried.
We found this
about that.
tiny little, which I had seen these beetle bugs come out of vents before, but we
a
found
little
like
cluster of dead beetles or
like, I
something.
don't know,
It
like
was weird.
50 of them or something. And they were hard little beetles that you probably used to make.
Oh, Candio, no, I did not finish what I was going to say about the article, but
Why don't you sew that up?
I was just going to say that the author of this article had 703 participants and asking them questions about their experiences on the marketplace.
You love this.
And 40% of them said that they have at some point been scammed by a fraudulent listing.
40%?
40%.
We've definitely been scammed during the bad times.
And then it said that 58% have at some point come upon a fraudulent or misleading listing on an online marketplace. But they
Not verified.
They didn't go through with the sale,
Right.
so they weren't technically scammed. And then 80% at some point have avoided purchasing something because the listing did not look trustworthy. And in this article also, it says how what makes a listing not trustworthy, misspellings, bad grammar, poor photos, poor descriptions. So yada, 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 yada. Yeah, cluster of dead beetles. I've seen that movie run. Lag, you're probably there like with your pancakes and maple syrup.
They were like just the super harmliest beetle that were all like light colored and they weren't even gross. I mean, they were gross, but they weren't like super gross. And once they were out,
Julie, Passion Resale Dubois, aloha.
Oh, aloha. Something about beetles, Ted and Alice, I forget. But
Monkeys, Ted and Alice.
Exactly. So we sauteed up all the inserts and the exits of our furnace, and I replaced the filter, and it's the cleanest it's ever been.
Yes.
And then I did this because, I'm old. So I don't need to pay $175 for somebody to come over, look up my furnace hole, make sure there's no mice in it, and then change the belt every once in a while. So I actually changed the belt on our furnace.
We thought our furnace.
Pretty much a doctor of
I was really proud of him. We were scared that our furnace was going to need replacing because it was making some really god awful sounds.
But I am a professional.
Lo and behold, it was the belt.
Furnace servicer now. So if you need me to service your furnace, that's what she said. What? Shut it, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice to see you. We were thinking. We were going through thanking the members, and we want to want to thank you.
Go back and watch it, and we'll thank you. Or we can just do it now. Thanks for being a member.
And then
woodlice are quite common here, or chiggy pigs, which actually is my pet name for her. I'm like, oh, sweet.
What is it?
Chiggy pigs. I always call you
What
chiggy
are
pigs.
those?
It's a woodlice. I don't know. He just said that. Paul Rose.
Oh.
Woodlice are called chiggy pigs. If you're a nature lover. Soft in the head. Chiggy pig.
Huh.
Oh, my goodness. That's a good one that no one knows. It's like, I'll take a lorry to the lift and have some chiggy pigs. What?
Gotta look this up.
You don't believe it? Quit describing my listings.
Yeah, that was what I was saying, like poor quality, whatever.
Yes, the Russian school of scamming and eBay listings, which is like uppercase.
Yeah, woodlouse or chiggy.
Chiggy pigs.
Chiggy pig. Oh. Huh, I feel like I may have seen those.
Those looks like roly-polies, kind of. Do they roll up in a ball? They look like your classic roly-poly.
Huh. Or the stink. It looks a little stink buggish. Why are they called chiggy pigs?
Lag wants us to run screaming from our home. Beatles, furnace noise.
No.
Leave the building. 911.
Give us
emergency.
another rat, and I will.
Dude, we live in Vermont. I mean, I'm not a hard. I don't go outside and like just whittle a cat into a tennis racket or something. I mean, I like to hire people to do the dirty work. I like to say that I am not a fan of the filthy arts. I'll do anything with my hands, but what I don't like is activities that leave my hands dirty or gooey or smeary or anything bad. I just don't like that.
See, we make a good team because
She's
can deal
smeary.
with the insects.
Yeah.
And he can deal with rodents.
I
can't deal with rodents, and he can't deal with insects. So we make a good team here.
We got all the dead things figured out. Lag has a pet rat.
I bet.
Lag, so, I can picture this as Lag. He's sitting there in a pinstripe suit, in a pinstripe shirt.
Peeking through his fingers.
And he's got, like, on this hand, he's got his white rat. No, on his shoulder, he has a white rat who's just, like, sitting there. He's peeking through his fingers. And in this hand, he has one of those glass balls, and he's going like this with the glass ball. And then in this foot, he has some glow sticks.
What?
foot, he has some pancakes.
Yeah, I think he's mentioned before he has a rat. I'm sure they are super smart because I know dang well that the rat that was in our house was clearly super smart.
Oh, rats are smart. I mean, I just don't like their little ball sack that hangs out their butthole area. They're just not designed perfectly for my liking.
What are you talking about? How
The
did you
big-
get that close?
The California rats that are like in your house, they have like,
Oh.
they're all ball sacked up. And it's a she. She is white.
Yeah, is she?
I
is
told
she
you it was a white
albino?
rat.
Does she have red eyes?
And in your other hand, are you working the crystal movement ball? You know how you do this? And you get that ball up on there and you just flip it around. You're flipping it. Whoa! And you flip it. Oh, yeah. Look at that. See, just pretend
Like
there's
is
a
the
crystal
final
ball.
boss of a random video game.
Yes. You got to hit him 5 times right on the back of the crystal ball.
Paul was saying, Primo, yes, they do, and spam. If they were bigger, I guarantee people would call them cute names. LOL. Yeah.
Yeah. We would ride them like an armadillo because they're kind of tiny armadillos. Okay, do we have anything else to say or what?
I don't
I
know.
mean, we're
I
at the
guess
end of
we'll
the
be
chat.
heading out. Yeah.
We're at the end of the chat, and I appreciate every single darn.
Did you see
one of
Biff
you.
though? He was like, "Are they
What?
Campari beetles?"
I don't know. Let's look that up. I can't play any music today because every fourth video we play music and it gets totally demonetized. So I gotta try to keep that.
But YouTube will still put ads on it.
They
But
just let somebody else get all the money. My $4 goes to somebody else. And then it gets taxed. That $4 gets taxed as income. So we lose another 25% of that.
oh, and Ryan was saying he has the Japanese beetles, which look like ladybugs, but they're orange.
Oh right, that's right.
I have
We
seen
have
a few
th-
of
we
those
have
around
those
here, but
here,
yeah,
yeah.
these weren't. When I type in Campari beetles,
I
it
just see the
brings up
recipe for
the-
Negronis, which is I can't drink
Oh,
those
it's
anymore.
because Campari
Beetles?
was made from beetles. Is it still made from beetles?
You know what the other thing is? What's the stuff that you used to paint on wood that Victorian houses all have? That shellac. They used to I feel like these beetles look like shellac beetles, but I don't know if that's an actual type of beetle.
Cochineal beetles. I can't. Cochineal.
You see, look at this
beetles.
little pile of colors right here. That's all beetle shells. And then they melt them in like acetone.
Yeah, I
and
mean
then
we've
that's-
heard about that. No, these
that's
aren't
shellac.
the beetles. These aren't the beetles.
Oh,
but
it's a
these
lac
look like,
bug. Look, is this it? It's a lac
Oh,
bug.
it does sort of look like those. They were rusty colored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call it a lag
A
bug.
shellac bug.
It's a lag bug.
A lag.
Yawn.
Kelly
Okay,
does
guys.
aloha and happy sales, everyone.
You
Oh.
guys are great, and thanks again to our members, the future of YouTube, and we will continue to be the greatest resellers ever
On our street.
On our street. And
Anyone have an 8-track that Beard can borrow to test the radio?
Yes. We have hundreds of 8 tracks. We sold out Beard. We went through a time, 2 years ago when we started selling the 8 tracks. We went through them. We found sealed. For some reason, our pile of 8 tracks, which are mostly garbage, and we didn't list forever.
606.
We pulled out. Excuse me, I had to cough. Got some lag beetle in there. We pulled out like 5 or 6 sealed DVDs that were
You mean
I'm
8
sorry.
tracks?
Thank you. It is time to go. Sealed 8 tracks that were from Columbia Record Club, CRC, and it turns out, and there was like Adam and the Ants. And they came out in like 80. I want to say it was 83 or 4 or 6 or something like that. It was past the end of the life cycle of the 8 track. And Columbia Record Club was the only place you could get these particular albums on 8 track. And they were sealed still. Can you believe it? Why did we have those? They were like hundreds of dollars each.
Did we have
How do you have these? I wonder myself. How did our pile of 8 tracks have like the holy grails in it? And we experienced that a lot. Holy Grail.
Carla,
Holy Grail.
here is your pokey. If you're still here, Carla, here's your pokey.
Okay. Does he know? Does he come to life with the Muppets?
He smells so good.
Pokes, it's a Muppet.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna go now.
Beard
Pokes.
found one.
We're going. Oh my gosh, it's time to watch
Do,
TV.
do, 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 do.
You're gonna go take a dump at
Do, do,
Abe's?
do, do.
You love that?
Aloha, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are grateful for each and every one of you
Every one of you. You can't
spending
see
time
Pokey.
with us. We appreciate you.
Look at, oh, look at this.
What a sweetheart. This is what we call the Primo Show. Aloha!
Aloha, everybody.
Thank you.
Get back to work, you slacker.
Have a great day.
Bye, bye, bye.
Love you, babe.